In just the first 10 days of May, 10 days, nearly 38,000 Americans lost their jobs. Not the whole month, not the whole quarter, just 10 days. And here's what no one is talking about. Most of these people thought their job was safe. They had been there for years. They showed up, they performed, they did everything right. And then one day they got an email or a meeting invite or a tap on the shoulder. And just like that, their income was gone. If you're watching this right now and you are 100% dependent on one source of income, one job, one employer, one paycheck, this video is for you. Because what's happening in this economy right now is not a blip. It is a warning, and I need you to hear it. Let me break it down exactly what is going on, because I think when you see the full picture, it's going to hit a little different. So far in 2026, there have been over 212 major layoff events across the United States. That has impacted more than 134,000 workers. And we're not even through the year yet. We're talking about tech, finance, media, freight, travel. Spirit Airlines alone literally ceased operations entirely, and 14,000 people overnight lost their jobs. And here's what's really scary. 1,999. What's that, you say? Well, that's the number of WARN Act notices that have been filed this year. Now, for those who don't know, a WARN Act notice is what companies are legally required to file when they're cutting a large number of jobs. Nearly 2,000 of those notices across 42 states. This isn't just happening in one city or one industry. This is nationwide. And then you add in what AI is doing to the job market. And y'all, this is where it gets real. Goldman Sachs just released data showing that AI is eliminating roughly 16,000 net jobs every single month in the US. Every month. Customer service roles dropped by over 130,000 positions in a single year. Entry-level jobs, the ones that young people are counting on to begin building their careers, they're disappearing the fastest. On top of all that, 71% of American households expect unemployment to rise even more before the end of this year. 71%. That means the majority of people in this country are not feeling secure. They're scared, and they have every reason to be. Now, here's what I really want to talk about, because this goes a lot deeper than just layoffs and statistics. The system, the traditional go to school, get a job, work for 40 years system was never built with your financial security as a priority. It was built for productivity. It was built for output. And the moment you're no longer the most cost-effective option, you're replaceable. Think about it. Your employer can let you go with 2 weeks notice, or in many cases, no notice at all, but you are expected to give them 2 weeks courtesy. There's a power imbalance there that's built into the very structure of how employment works. And for a long time, people accepted that because the trade-off they felt was worth it. It's okay. My job's going to give me some stability. I'm going to get some benefits. It'll be a predictable paycheck. It'll be okay. But that stability is an illusion, my friend. And 2026 has absolutely proven that. Look, the tariff situation itself has businesses so uncertain that companies are literally pausing hiring or cutting staff just to wait and see what's going to happen next. A Washington Post poll found that 64% of Americans disapprove of how tariffs are being handled. But here's the thing, whether you agree with the policies or not, the impact on the job market is substantially the same thing. It's real. Businesses don't hire or expand when they're uncertain. They cut costs. And cutting costs usually means cutting people. So let me ask you something. If your employer made a decision tomorrow that cost you basically your job, your livelihood, what would you do? How long could you sustain your lifestyle, your bills, your family? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that's okay. It should. That's your nervous system telling you something. That discomfort is information, and it means it's time to make a move. I want to talk about secondary income, and I want to be real with you about why I believe it's not optional anymore. It's absolute survival. Secondary income is not about being greedy. It's not about hustling 24/7 until you're burnt out, holding down two full-time jobs and a part-time job all at the same time just to make ends meet. That's not what it's about. It's about creating a financial buffer between you and one of the scariest things that can happen in a person's life, losing the income you depend on to sustain yourself. Think about what secondary income means in practical terms. It means that if your job disappears tomorrow, you have something coming in while you figure out your next move. It means you're not in panic mode. It means you have options, and options equal power. The people who are most devastated by layoffs are the ones who had no backup, no plan, all their eggs in one basket. And when that basket gets knocked over by AI or knocked over by tariffs or corporate restructuring or recession, they have nothing to catch them. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I don't have time. I'm tired after work. I don't know where to start. I'm not tech savvy. I hear all that, but let me flip it for you. You don't have time not to, because the cost of inaction, the cost of waiting until things get worse, or waiting until you are one of those 134,000 statistical people, is far greater than whatever inconvenience comes with building something for yourself right now. And here's what I love about the era that we're living in. You don't need a physical store. You don't need brick and mortar. Honey, brick and mortar is dead. You don't need inventory. You don't need a huge upfront investment. The internet has leveled the playing field in a way that has never existed before in history. The digital economy is growing even while the traditional job market contracts. And that is not an accident, people. That is opportunity knocking. The question is, are you going to see it as one? I'm building a secondary income stream in the digital space, and it has changed the way that I completely think about money, about security, and about what's possible. And today I want to share how you can do the same thing. Okay, so let's talk about what I actually do and how it's working. So I found a program, a system, and before you scroll past, just hear me out, because this is not what you think it is. It is a 5-tiered online digital program that teaches you how to build real sustainable digital business online. We're talking about digital marketing skills, AI skills, actual practical ways to use AI in the digital marketing world as a tool that works for you instead of replacing you, and how to create and sell your own digital content and products online. Look, that last part is huge. You learn how to create products that you own, that you can sell over and over and over again without trading hours for dollars. But here's what makes the program unique, and the reason I personally chose it. It comes with something called MRR. What is that, you say? That's called master resale rights. That means that when you purchase the program, you receive the rights to sell it as your own product. And here's the kicker. You get to keep 100% of the profit. Not a commission, not a percentage. Every dollar from every sale goes directly to you. So you're not just learning, you're earning while you learn from the very first day. Think about how that works in the context of everything we've just talked about. You have a full-time job right now. You start building your legacy with this product. You start your business on the side. You learn digital marketing. You learn AI skills. You learn how to market yourself with social media. You start making sales. And now, even if your employer calls you tomorrow and says, you know what, your position has just been eliminated, you don't have to worry about it. That's freedom. Because you now have skills. You have skills that you can use in your own business or for the benefit of someone else's business. Now you have options. That is what legacy builders can do for you, and why I call this legacy building, because we're not just talking about making a little extra money on the side. We're talking about building something that can sustain you and your family long term, something that the economy cannot take away from you, something that is yours, something that you own. Look, the link to learn more is in the description below. Go check it out, or you can click the link in my bio. You can see the full breakdown of what's included, how the resale rights works, and how to get started. But before I let you go, if you've been rocking with me for a minute, thank you. You may have heard me mention in previous videos that I've also dropped my very own digital product. That's also linked in the description below. It's something that I created from the skills I've been building and learning with Legacy, and I'm very proud of it. Ladies, if you have been considering leaving the U.S., and if that's been on your heart, then this part is for you. Start with my free relocation checklist. It's in the description, and it will help you kind of get clear really quickly on what it is that you need to do to move forward. And if you already know that this is your next move, my full guide, relocation guide, is also linked below. Don't just think about it. If you've actually been considering seriously relocating, let's help you make that happen. So here's what I want to leave you with today. The headlines are not going to stop. The layoffs are not going to slow down tomorrow. The AI disruption is accelerating, and I have news for you. It's here to stay. The economic uncertainty is real, but so is your ability to respond to it. So is your ability to build something for yourself. The people who come out of this economic shift on top are going to be the ones who didn't wait for circumstances to force their hand. They made a decision proactively before the crisis hit. Don't wait for the tap on the shoulder. Don't wait for the email with no subject line. Don't wait on Louise to come walking over from HR. Start building your legacy right now. If this video spoke to you, please share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you currently working on a secondary income? I want to know where you are in your journey. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks.